Hi, it's Lindsay from the Lindsay Smith Group. Thanks for tuning in to, thanks for joining me again for another episode of my Tuesday morning market update. I missed last week. I was in bed with that flu that seems to be going around. So I'm standing here in front of 1715 Stevenson Road North. This is a property that I've got on the market for sale. It's sitting in just what's called the Northwood Business Park. Now, City Council in Oshawa approved this last week. Basically what they've done is they've opened this up to employment lands. This is so exciting for Oshawa, so I'm going to give out a shout out to Dan Carter, Mayor Dan Carter, to John Henry, who sat on this file for quite a while and worked it, the Planning Services Department and all the councillors for voting this in. So what this allows is it allows new businesses to come in, bringing people, their employment lands, so it's available for things like call centers, daycare, food preparation plant, distribution center, storage, or my favorite, which is a brew pub. That'd be awesome. But what it's going to do is it's going to bring bodies in here. It's going to create jobs that are high value and is great for the area. So let's just jump straight into the numbers. In the last 7 days, we've had 312 homes come to market. We've had 125 homes leave the market sold firm and 137 leave the market sold conditionally. So we've had 262 homes sell. So what we're seeing right now is we're seeing the houses come on the market, a few less than the week before, and then what we've seen is we've seen the houses going off the market on a pretty regular basis. This is typical for the early summer market. It's also indicative of that we had a long weekend in the last week, so that kind of slowed things down a little bit. So 4 things that happened in the last 7 days that are of interest for my friends out there, they're listing. We sold 4 buyers' houses in the last week. The first house we sold was $100,000 less than asking. It was an expensive property. Number 2 was a bungalow, a newer bungalow that sold for $590,000. It sold for full price. We had a bungalow that sold for $10,000 under asking price, and we brought a buyer into a new build for $18,000 under what they were asking. So the one I'd like to highlight is this. It's the one that we sold for $590,000. It was a bungalow, and it was interesting too, because what we do is when we list our properties, we create strategy with our sellers, and one of those strategies is do not list a property prior to a long weekend, because you lose attention to people who are they're more interested in sitting on a patio drinking a margarita. In this case, the house was listed just before the long weekend. This is a house that should have flown into multiple offers, and we got it for full price. So our buyer got a spectacular deal. If you are planning on getting your house sold, I would be more than happy to sit down with you, show you how that marketing can put money in your pocket. I can be reached at 905 area code 743-5555, or you can catch me at the email address at the bottom of the screen. Have a great week, Oshawa, Whitby and Clarington.